News No with David and Dimitri. Benevolence, David and Dimitri here representing News No because it's all about you being in the know. And remember, you bring me into the know, and those of us here at News No, because we're all one, synchronized through the panpsychic field. You know what I mean? Bringing this view into this 2016 is January 1st, 2016. I want to represent who you are, who we are, and make the significance of the reality that we share important unto yourself inwardly. Look, this Bill Cosby thing is some real crazy drama, alright? Because it built up. Just like other things are building up. You can sit at home in your apartment or wherever you at. You know, you're on my YouTube channel, Soul Ties Karmic Recall, which you should subscribe. You're on David Dimitri PUD on Facebook. You're on Yashma0 on Instagram. You have an experience with me, whatever, right? You went on my website, soultieskarmicrecall.com. But you know what? Here on News No, we have different personalities who come bring and deal with issues. This Bill Cosby thing is more than what it seems. Alright, first of all, everyone gets divided over these O.J. Simpson, Bill Cosby, Britney Spears, these tobaccos, these Mike Tyson from the 80s and early 90s, these Tupac Shakurs. People get divided. I want that person dead. I want that person locked up. The other group is, I want them free. Leave them alone. He's one of us. That's what this is really about. I don't know if you want to deal with this. What's the real significance? What's the real power behind the media focusing on that? Because they could be focusing on how all these black males are being killed, and how Woody Allen molested and raped and molested and raised his stepdaughter and married her. But you can look at that other star, whoever that white man is that was part of that sitcom show where he admitted he was molesting kids and all this, and he never got put in any charges, he never got put in prison, he never lost his show or anything. So if you try to act like whether Bill Cosby did wrong or right, regardless, Bill Cosby is under a different level of scrutiny. Now let's look at why is Bill Cosby looking and dealing with a different level of scrutiny. We're at two issues we're going to deal with. Why is this just a big distraction, this Bill Cosby thing? Why is it in relations with the O.J. Simpson, a lot of the United States of America and Britain? If you lived in Europe, in Britain, in any of those European countries like I have, you know that it's the same bull crap. What's the bull crap? Well, distraction. Distraction for what? What's going on economically? What's going on with technology, scientific finds, technological suppression and technological misuse of the technology, the political oppression and the political injustices, the legal oppression and legal injustices, the domestic injustices and misuse of things, the international scene. This is what you're distracted from. You're looking at this O.J. Simpson thing. You're looking at this Bill Cosby thing. That's what I'm talking about. It should be clear to you that it's ridiculous that we have coming into this January 1st, 2016, Bill Cosby being put on charges. Isn't that significant? Isn't it significant that it happened on the cuff of the beginning of the new year? Do you ask yourself questions beyond the information that's being given to you and how it's being given to you? Do you question who it is that's bringing you the information, who it is that's writing the story, who it is that's giving you the theme? Because millions of you can't stop thinking about Bill Cosby. Did Bill Cosby do this? This is the other issue. Is Bill Cosby under a different level of scrutiny? Any of you with intelligence in your mind, whether you're any race, creed, or color, cultural background in the United States of America or Europe, know that Africans of any African descent are under a different level of legal scrutiny, under a different level of social scrutiny, under a different level of legal and social expectations. I'd say if God or the goddess and the goddesses judge black people as harshly as the governments of the world do, and the media does, and administrations of the world do, then the black race might as well not have ever existed. The African race might not have never existed, whereas an Asian African, a European African, an American African, black descent. Anybody with dark skin, you're in trouble if the gods and goddesses held the same emotions that non-blacks did. That's right, I didn't blame the white man, because there's plenty of other races that sit around acting like it's not going on. Not only do they act like it's not going on, they act like they're in a desperate situation, like they can't stand for justice. But it's no one's responsibility for an entire race. And guess what? It's no one's responsibility for other individuals completely. But we all have the duty and obligation to making sure we're all right as a species, let alone a human, let alone a specific type of human. So something's vitally wrong with the world. Yes, Bill Cosby, in my view, did commit wrong acts. Bill Cosby, like all other people that get power and money, power and have control over the power and the resources in this world beyond that of the average person, will misuse them. You cannot find any human being on earth that has any level of extreme power and resources that does not have something odd, weird, wrong about them. Impossible. Power breeds corruption. Total power breeds total corruption. So yes, I saw Bill Cosby in his interviews bragging, and on stage bragging, and in radio interviews bragging about using the date rape drug. Yes, Bill, you did. So look, homies, whoever you is, I grew up in the streets. I can hold myself and act this way because I'm in front of a camera, but seriously though, I fixed my life and got myself together. But I've been on a diamond life. I did things for money way more than you probably did. It's not an accident that I don't work for anyone, but I have all this to be able to perpetuate this media, this level of social media. So what I'm telling you is I have experience, I know a few things. You need to see into this Bill Cosby thing a little bit more than just race, whoever you are, because there's a lot of you non-blacks that just want to see Bill Cosby fight to the dust and be behind bars, be raped by somebody in prison, and be stabbed and killed, because all you want to see is black people down. Then there are those of you that are black that want to see Bill Cosby free, regardless if he did wrong or not, and regardless if he raped anyone or not, because you're tired of seeing black males specifically, and black people period, suffer from injustice since white supremacy existed and since the white man world took control. That's right, I quoted Tupac Shakur with the white man world. So let's look at what's really going on, what's the real possibility. The real possibilities and probabilities are that Bill Cosby is up on charges and could probably be put in prison for the rest of his life. Bill Cosby is an old man in human terms. An old soul, obviously, also. Bill Cosby, I believe, just like he said, did use the date rape drug. He said it publicly. Any of you that want him to be free need to admit to yourself and not be in denial. He admitted it. Bill Cosby committed many crimes in regards to women. I believe he did commit acts of harm to women. You need to know any man or woman that gets power and money commit crime. When it comes to somewhere from them getting that money and power to them dying, crimes will be committed and they will hurt other people, purposely or not. Committing crime or purposely or not hurting other people is going to happen. I believe Bill Cosby is a typical stupid asshole that got a lot of money and power, chose to do the wrong thing, got addicted to specific wrong things. A lot of people with money and power get addicted to things. Not just addicted to drugs, not just addicted to sexual habits, but addicted to all kind of habits. So specifically for Bill Cosby, he liked getting people these date rape drugs and possibly having sex with them. I, for one, believe he did it. Like it or not, but I don't and at all am stupid enough to think that Bill Cosby had to do that to 50-something women. You are crazy to think that Bill Cosby needed to do that. Women will drop their drawers for $50. So something is wrong with you if you think that Bill Cosby had to rape a gang of women. Bill Cosby got few women high on the drugs and committed wrong crimes. According to the law, he should suffer for this, his punishment. Yet, the fact of the matter is, you got white males going around shooting black female children to death, and a white male cop that went after black women, raping them. Luckily, the justice system decided to convict him and put him in prison for the rest of his life. But historically, they didn't put white males in prison. In fact, to this day, white male cops and police officers are doing all kind of havoc to black people and not getting questioned, let alone getting convicted of anything. So, looking at Bill Cosby case, there's one side that want him off just because, hey, his people are suffering. His people are always getting the punishment for what white people always get off. Well, first of all, black people weren't competing with white people. They were forced into a situation in the United States of America. They were forced into a situation where white people won't let up and won't let them have peace. So, but it's at this point that's bullshit, because Bill Cosby, just like a lot of ballers, get money and power and turn against their own people, turn against people in general, start thinking so highly of himself, and find little weird, quirky habits. Bill Cosby thought he was going to get away with it, got away with it for a long time. And that last one, that was a school administrator he shouldn't have messed with because she wasn't a professional hoe. None of the women were professional hoes. I don't think he should go to jail for that. But if that was a good, legitimate, good woman that he got and he actually drugged her and whatnot, then yes, he should go to jail. But for the fact of the matter is, the media is lying. A lot of you lying. Bill Cosby never admitted to anything, and Bill Cosby only told that on stage, on radio, and in interviews that he did use the date rape drugs, bragged about it. And so Bill Cosby, just like O.J. Simpson, put himself in a bad situation, being stupid. And like my friend that's a black woman attorney told me in the 1990s, black men are too honest. Maybe black men need to get with the program and stop telling on themselves. And another thing is, Bill Cosby wasn't so fancy in how he felt about the younger generations of blacks. When the fact of the matter is, his generation of blacks had Motown during the Civil Rights Movement and couldn't make one damn song about the Civil Rights Movement and about the struggle. The only ones that did was Bob Marley and them from Jamaica and the Caribbean. But meanwhile, in the 1980, rappers started coming about talking about social issues, and they got dogged out. Not only by white racists, not only by Jews in the system running media in Hollywood, but by black older generation dogged us out. So, yes, Bill Cosby, you got karma. You should have been grown up. I don't know everything going on, but I know for a fact I've watched too many men, period, with money and power, and women, period, act a damn fool and hurt other people on a day-to-day basis. I know for a fact Bill Cosby has acted a fool and did wrong. I don't believe he should go to prison, because I don't believe, since he did not admit that and they're lying, saying that he did admit it, he should not lose. They should not lose this case. He should not go to prison. Now, I hope they're just trying to take it to court so they can satisfy the nutcase racists. But yet, regardless whether you're racist or whether you're for Bill Cosby because he's black or whatever the issue is, Bill Cosby, just like other people with money and power, acted a fool, tripped out, and shouldn't have been doing what he was doing, regardless. And so, people with money and power need to check themselves, because you wreck yourself. But back to the first issue, it's a big distraction. It's a huge distraction from Barack Obama, his last year in office. He's gonna cut out guns. He's putting these restrictions on guns going over to Congress. You know, we're living in a 1984. We're living in a brave new world. What can people do? I mean, what are people worth? These distractive court cases, these distractions with the celebrities, these things are distractions. And I just urge you people to focus on the international scene, on these different levels and specific, real issues that really affect our life and will affect the children's life coming, that are born in their generations to come. When we keep getting distracted like things with Bill Cosby cases and all this different stuff, especially you black Americans, you Africans in America and of the Americas, you need to know that you could do better if you focus and take control over what you do focus on. We can't let the mass corporate media decide what's on our minds. Whether you're on your cell phone, looking in your laptop, or on your desktop, or on your pad, it don't make no difference. You need to focus on something and figure out how to make that a monetizable contribution you're giving unto society. That's what I would suggest. Because this Bill Cosby thing ain't nothing but some silly mess that's going to be passed. And this too shall pass, as the ancestors would say, praise unto the Most High and the blessings and the grace. Benevolence. I ain't say nothing, but a lot was said. News No with David and Nisha. At SoulTiesKarmicRecall.com.